Welcome back to the Real Estate 401k Show. I'm your host, Mike Weinstein, alongside Justin Frederick and Cupid over there, Ryan Gerdes. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Dude, I should have
It
brought
comes
you
up
guys
a little bit
chocolate.
weird. You just called me Cupid, and then then you follow with a happy Valentine. Okay, all right. Well, I'll take it, I guess. You called me way worse.
It might be the nicest thing you hear all day long, depending on how you treat your wife tonight, right?
Fair.
All right, so this is our Valentine's Day. So we just want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day, and especially if you are in the greater Phoenix area, we're going to give you our favorite Valentine's Day spots. So you're welcome for that. But it is Friday. And you're going to want to text the word STORY to 623-AZ-RECON. That's STORY to 623-AZ-RECON. Becoming a fan favorite. Just hearing our stories and how we're interacting with real-life listeners of the show and clients and things that we learn and situations that we're guiding our clients through. And we want to invite you to be part of that story. Again, text the word STORY to 623-AZ-RECON. All right, Justin, we'll start with you.
Sounds good. All right, so I was actually in St. Thomas last week.
Cool.
And I got a call.
Bragger.
Yeah, it was tough.
Jerk.
It was real rough. I got a call from an agent. It was asking me if I could take a look at a deal that was turned down. Gentleman was a barber, or he is a barber, and send over tax returns. Typical barbers, they write everything off, but
Same as real estate agents.
yeah. But he was
Typical barbers. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
But he's a 1099 barber, and looked at his tax returns, and he literally had like $2,800 in income, and I'm like, yeah, you're not going to be able to buy anything off of this, but are you 1099? And he said, yeah. And he sends me over his 1099s, and we have that 1099 program with 10% down. The guy was going to put down 20%, so he had a lot of assets. Took the 1099 and submitted it through our broker channel, and we were able to use 90% of his 1099 income.
Wow.
And we got him approved last week, and he is under contract as of Sunday. But he kept saying to me when he sent the tax returns, I make so much money. I don't know why. I don't even remember what the other name was, but I don't know why they couldn't do the loan.
The other lender.
Yeah, and when I had
It's
to break
your
the
vocation,
nose,
bro.
I was like, it was something like, I can use $226 per month for income for you based on your tax return. So I get why. And I had to break down his tax returns, but yeah, pretty cool.
That's a great one. And that's why we always say experience matters. And just because a lender or a group of lenders have denied you a loan doesn't necessarily mean you can't obtain a mortgage. And yeah, so if you're in that situation, we'd love to introduce you to Justin. It's a great story. But text the word STORY to 623-AZ-RECON. Ryan?
All right. Well, I got to give a shout out to our housewarming party. So I'm just going to throw that out there real quick because so whenever we help somebody who is looking for a primary home and they're actually moving into it, this couple, they've been longtime clients of ours, and so when they closed on their home, we just threw them a housewarming party last weekend, and it was quite a hit. So had a lot of fun with that. But we do a lot of networking with other real estate agents because we know that what we do is pretty unique, and so some people gel really well with us and some people don't. Well, just as it goes with anyone in any business. So this other agent, she had this client that is pretty savvy with investing and builds businesses and sells them, etc., and wanted to start building their real estate portfolio. And she called me up and she said, hey, look, a lot of this stuff that I'm hearing is just Japanese, but, I'd love to introduce them to you guys. And so sat down with them, had a nice big long conversation, went over different business models, went through different investment strategies, how to build a portfolio, how to go over the numbers, how to track them, and et cetera. And so moral of the story is we are out shopping with him right now.
Wow.
And we have a lot of really good things in the future for him. So I'm excited about that one. That was
Yeah,
a couple days ago.
and it happens often. I mean, there's a ton, obviously, of real estate agents out there, but when you start talking about investment strategies, you can get way over your head on some of this stuff, and we help a lot of real estate agents invest in,
and we geek out on it. We're a
yeah.
nerd for the numbers, so it's a lot of fun getting into it, especially when somebody already has a little bit of background on it, and we can move kind of quick.
All right, so my story, a little personal. So this June, I will be celebrating 25 years of marital bliss.
Wow.
To my lovely bride, and so we're 20, almost more than 24 and a half years in. I'm not 100% sure my wife even knows what I do for a living, and she has never once, that I can recall, really ever talk about my business with people. She's never once sent me, a referral. Hey, I got friends that are looking to do this. At 24 and a half years, but that's okay. It's just part of what we do, right? And it's my understanding. But that changed. She's got a really good friend, moving out of state to Minnesota, but my wife, I just love it. She just had that conversation with him about don't sell. Talk to Mike, find out your options, see whether you can rent your house out and qualify and so forth. And so, boom.
It's good to hear you're finally moving the needle after 25 years.
Yeah. Who knows what the next 25 years is going to have in store for us. So she introduced me to a great couple. Their house, they should not sell. They will in passive income, positive cash flow, they will earn about an extra $2,100 a month.
Wow.
With where their mortgage payment is and what this house is going to rent for. That's pretty
Significant.
That's pretty significant. And then, of course, Justin, which a lot of people don't know, is licensed in a ton of states. So we're going to introduce them to Justin, who's going to help them with the loan in Minnesota. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of looking through the states that you are. You need to put together a list of states.
What
you
I'm
aren't
not licensed in?
Yeah,
and
We need to have a map on the wall, right?
I'm actually currently working on North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee as well. So there you go.
All righty, it is Friday. And again, if you want to be part of our stories and really dig into our strategies on how we help people build wealth through real estate, all you got to do is text the word story to 623 AZ RECON. All right, it is Friday. We always kind of give our favorite of whatever subject matter is. But again, today is Valentine's Day. And our listeners are obviously listening, and they're like, okay, I'm in the Phoenix area. Boy, I didn't think this through. It's Valentine's Day. I got to take my date, my spouse, bride, groom, whatever, to a romantic or whatever. So, what's your favorite, Ryan?
All right. So I'm gonna give my honorable mention to Akai Hanum, aka Mr. Sushi. We go there all the time, and it's been somewhere we've gone for numerous Valentine's Days. But I would say that my favorite one is the Richardsons.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is that, everything on their menu is amazing, but what they have is something off menu, and you're going to laugh your ass off because it's Valentine's Day. The idea you might want to get a little close and a little kissy huggy.
I did say I'm going on 25 years of marriage.
So this would be right up your alley. They have a dish called the elephant garlic. I don't even know if there's anything. It's just the elephant garlic, and it's this dish where they just have it roasted with these big, huge knots of garlic or bulbs of garlic, and then they give you bread and it's with cheese and all these different sauces, and then of course their signature is to always put like a charred tortilla underneath it all that just soaks it all in. It's unbelievable. And they only have it, a few times a year. So you kind of have to
call ahead.
You have to be in luck because they have to have it in stock, and then let them know that that's what you got coming because it takes them a little bit of time to make it too. So the elephant garlic dish at the Richardsons, that's where it's at for Valentine's Day.
All right.
All right, Justin.
So we're really boring, when it comes to
I
this
knew it
kind
was
of
going to
stuff.
start like that.
Yeah. And it's just the way it is. I know you guys
Maybe
know.
it's the way that you are.
I am. I have a half-mile radius that I like to drive in outside of work. So we love Kabuki, which is 83rd and Thunderbird.
Okay.
We're the sushi fans. We love sushi, and we just love to go just chill up there. We have a waitress that always serves us there.
What's your favorite roll?
I like the Hawaiian Crunch, but there's also a Pink Princess. Of course, it's the Pink Princess.
It's Valentine's Day.
very
You can say that.
Yeah,
You
Pink
can say that.
Princess.
Yeah.
So we go up there, have some red wine, some sake, and then go home and play.
Now, here's the question: if you're gonna do sake bombers, do you still like pound the table
No.
and like make the big ass mess, or like?
No, he just pounds the table during the podcast.
Yeah. No, we go to soju now. We use soju. We just drink the soju. So good. Have you ever had soju?
Never
Oh,
heard of it.
yeah. You got to try the soju.
it cold?
Cold.
Okay.
Maybe the
delicious.
three of us should go out for Valentine's Day right now. Yeah, a little pregame.
Pre-game,
And then
from
we can
home.
play.
Yeah. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, well, my wife has an affinity for Italian food, so that's her favorite. So I know I've mentioned it before on the podcast when we did one talking about our favorite Italian places, but for Valentine's Day, I love Tutti Santi. So they have one actually right by Richardson's down there in Phoenix, and they have a location actually by my house on Greenway and 64th Street. And it's really romantic, and it's just authentic Italian food. And it's authentic when it's really expensive, right?
When they don't have a price next to their dishes.
And then my favorite dish is the cioppino, and cioppino is not created equal amongst Italian restaurants. Like I've had some really crappy cioppino, and so and their bread's amazing, and so it's all about Tutti Santi.
All right.
Tutti Santi.
All right, well, happy Valentine's Day, and again, if you want to be part of our story and learn strategies on truly building wealth in real estate, go ahead and text the word STORY to 623 AZ RECON. That's STORY to 623 AZ RECON.